Hello, Yashwanth.
Oh, sir, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
How is the audio? Our audio?
Yes, sir, audio is clear.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Yashwanth, to begin with,
Yes.
uh, we are not in favor of online interview because your in the online interview generally your verbal communication is the only available to this board for assessing. So, but your true personality is revealed through your non-verbal communication. That is the body language. The board is at loss in correct assessment because the board also has a psychologist specialist. So you will be missing ma'am's in fact feedback. Okay, that is the writer. Okay, okay. You are doctor by profession, right?
Yes.
When did you complete your MBBS?
Sir, I completed my MBBS in 2021. Sir.
Completed in 2021.
Yes.
It is mentioned here 2019 year of passing.
Yes, sir, that is final year, sir, 1 year of internship.
Okay.
And
Okay.
sir, 2021 December is the passing out, sir. So internship starts in 2020 January and ends in 2021 January.
Okay. Now it's clear, right? So now by 21 you completed your graduation, right?
Yes. Sir.
So what are you doing all these 5 years?
So initially, I worked for 6 months in a rural service, government assigned posting. So after that, I decided to attempt or give a serious try for UPSC.
Where
And
you
since then, I have been working.
where you are posted?
Right now, I have resigned every also. Like at that time, I was posted in Bellari.
Bellari itself.
Yes.
In which hospital? Government hospital?
Yes, sir. Government. Sorry, my rural posting was in district headquarters, and yes, sir. There, I was posted there.
In district headquarters? Civil hospital?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me one important problem of Bellari district. Identify one.
Right now, sir, like one big problem for Bellari is like denim industry of Bellari is crashing down. Sir. Like almost the last 3 months, there are almost 30 to 40 outlets are being closed in last 3 months. Actually,
What outlets?
denim manufacturing outlets, the jeans
Manufacture.
industry. Yes, jeans industry.
What industries?
Jeans, denims, like pants, jeans, pants.
Denims.
Denim jeans. Okay. Denim brand jeans. Okay. Right. Okay.
What is the problem?
Yeah. What is the problem?
Yes. Like one thing, sir, like because of non-compliance with the CPC, like Central Pollution Control Board, like they are being closed, sir. Second thing is increasing cost, input costs. Like for example, the power costs are not being very lucrative for the jeans industries to be sustainable. And second part is like water crisis in Bellari is one thing, sir, which is disrupting the polishing and coloring of the jeans manufactured in the outlets here. So these are the things which have been leading to closure of the outlets.
It is basically environmental pollution, right? Non-compliance with the environmental laws. Correct. That is the reason. Okay.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
imagine you are the district collector of Bellari, right? How do you balance in sustaining the employment to the locals at the same time ensuring compliance with the environmental laws? As a district magistrate, how do you solve this?
Yes, sir, there are two sides. Sir. One is educating the manufacturing outlets, and the other part is responsibility on the part of district administration. So I will be diverting the funds of district mineral fund, DMF funds of Bellari in establishing the waste treatment plants. So it makes sure that manufacturing outlets are compliant with the Central Pollution Control Board norms. And when it comes to second part is so at the time of excess water, we will make sure I will make sure there are lake rejuvenation in Bellari itself, so that there is adequate water available for manufacturing and like inputs for jeans industries. The third aspect is I will be focusing on the company like stakeholders. For example, educating them about the recent advancements and technologies, so that it can make sure it is very easy.
Ashwant, your solution as a district magistrate causes more problems to the manufacturers because complying with your environmental laws is prohibitively expensive. That is more than my input cost. But you are not addressing that problem. You are asking us to bring best technology, which is very cost expensive. Your solution is not practical. It's a very idealistic solution, which is not acceptable to me. I'm a manufacturer. Be realistic.
But as a DM, I will be providing. So I will try to make sure there are effluent treatment plants (ETPs). Like I will be providing from district mineral fund and the corporate social responsibility funds. I will be establishing on my own. Like I will try to make sure there are legal terms. Like I will be giving ETPs, like so that their compliance burdens reduces.
I'm not convinced as a manufacturer with your solution, Ashwant. It's a theoretical possibility, yes, I know, but it is prohibitively expensive for me to sustain my industry in Bellari district. I have no option but to close and go away. You stop me.
Yes, sir. I will stop, sir. Like I want manufacturing to be there in Bellari, sir. Like, can I take a moment, sir?
Of course.
I will think for it. So I will write to the chief secretary or my seniors regarding like possible power subsidies or possible revenue subsidies which can be granted to the manufacturers. Like power is one of the major consumption, major cost burden for the industries here. So I will try to make sure that is being reduced. And sir, I am also thinking of again like taking the help of my seniors in regard to ETP plans and. So, but environment cannot be like central pollution control board norms cannot be compromised. So, I will be making sure their input cost reduces at the long term, so that they are staying in Bellari and the employment is there in Bellari district.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mr. Yashwanth, good afternoon. Yeah,
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah. When we talk about Bellari, one name comes to my mind, Bellari Raghava. You heard the name? Who was Bellari Raghava?
Your voice is breaking.
Are you aware of the personality Bellari Raghava?
No, sir. I am not aware.
Okay, now Bellari once was called as Republic of Bellari. So why it was called as like that?
Yes, sir. Like Bellari infamously was called as Bellari Republic around 2008, sir, because of like large scale mining corruption which took at that time.
Okay.
And how the routes were flouted, all the routes were flouted in there. So it got the name that it runs on its own rules, so it is different and Bellari Republic was named.
Okay. Now you are the collector of Bellari. Now tell us what are the steps you are going to suggest. Give me two major remedies you are going to take to bring that order and law and order in Bellari.
With respect to mining or in general, sir?
Regarding this Republic of Bellari. Yeah.
Like, sir, so when I think, sir, like at that time, when I reflect on those periods, sir, like I feel like strong checkpost was the one of the major issues, like which allowed for diversion of illegally mined things and all those things. Like I will make sure there are adequate, very very stringent and strong checkposts, so that no illegal things comes in or goes out of my district. So this is one step, sir. Second thing, I will use the technology of drones and integration of artificial intelligence in it, so that all the routes are being followed when the excavation happens.
So you are going to use the technology. What about the manpower? Do you want to take any steps on the manpower, the administration?
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Like I want to make sure that, especially the security aspect, like since there is very low per capita police numbers in India, so I will be making sure there is adequate manpower in police constabulary so that there is adequate enforcement at the ground levels.
Okay, there is an observation of the Indian administrators that the Indian offices are air conditioned, but not the Indian officers. What is your view on that observation?
I didn't get the question, sir. Can you repeat?
Yeah, sure. Indian offices are air conditioned, but not the Indian officers. Now, got the question now?
Yes.
Yes. Please tell us why this observation. Do you agree or don't you agree? What is your review?
So this statement is broadly it is meant to reflect the lack of ground connect of the civil servants, all the officers in India. But I generally, sir, I feel there is a rapid change or there is significant change in how the public servants are engaging with the public today. Like for example, even I can meet my DM if I take an appointment like 1 week before. So I feel that recently, because of various reforms, our bureaucracy has become more bureaucratic rather than one it was before.
Now, from Karnataka, we heard about two very efficient lady officers. I think you heard about the episode. Okay. So, on watching that, do you think that is the right way of uh, the conduct of the officers in the civil services?
But according to Chief Minister of Karnataka itself, and
No, I'm talking about according to you, according to Yashwanth, I'm asking.
yes. So I feel any private matters of civil servants should not be brought to the public, especially the social media. And I feel like our personal conduct should not be talking point of public, especially being the ambassadors of the state. We should reflect very good values and inspire the youth of this country. So this is my take on this. Rather than bringing our personal issues on the public front and making some issue of it is not so idealistic of civil servants.
Yashwanth, you are a professional, you're a doctor. Now tell us what exactly is missing in the administration. If you want to give one solution, one ingredient which is to be implemented in the administration, which is that you are going to advocate?
So I will try to make sure like every service is time bounded. Like time bounded public service delivery is my focus, especially with various government to citizen contact. If there is adequate time boundedness, there is increase in public trust and legitimacy.
Okay, now I would like to ask you a small question. According to you, who is a professional, do you find that professionalism is there in our Indian administration?
Yes, sir. I as a professional, I find lot of there is professionalism in Indian administrations.
Now tell us who is a professional. Simple. At least give three qualities of a good professional.
Yes. One is the one who predicts the problems well before they occur, one who prepares before itself. And second thing is one who is a good leader and good leader who communicates with the people or the subordinates is one very good quality or very important quality of a professional. Sir. And third aspect is very important according to me is the technical knowledge of where he is. Like for example, if he is a doctor, sir, he should be knowing minimum basic technical expertise in this field. If he is sitting on chair and DM, he should be doing his responsibilities and duties. So these are the three things I have.
According to you, the three qualities. Okay, finally, my question is, because you have taken the anthropology as your option subject, there is a saying that biology provides the capacity, culture provides the direction. So this is the quote given by a famous personality. Now, what is the meaning or what you understand by this quote?
I will explain this with a simple anecdote. So, for example, the biology produces the ability to speak and have the have the capacities. For example, it gives us nerves, neurons, tongue, and everything. But it's the culture which gives the meaning to the things and language. So our biology gives us the capacities like vocal cords and everything. At the same time, culture gives the techniques and tools so that we use biology to express ourselves. That is language.
Now, what is the role of culture then?
Yes, sir, it has various functions. So first thing, culture makes the life easy. Like it makes us life easy, like finding food, shelter, everything. Like they are like passed on from generation to generation. So it makes our life very much easy. Second aspect is it helps it is one which makes sure our needs of social engagement is fulfilled. For example, the religious festivals, congregations, all those things will satisfy the social aspect of human beings. And third aspect is it makes sure that there is minimum basic morality in our society. Like we don't just fill on our biology, but culture limits those things and makes sure there is order and stability and peace.
Okay, thank you, Yashwanth.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Yashwanth, you are a medical graduate.
Yes.
Okay. So, in order to promote research ecosystem in the country, Government of India has established a foundation, namely Anusandhan National Research Foundation. Right. So, what are the main objectives of this foundation? And do you think that this foundation will promote research, especially in the field of medical sciences?
Yes, like ANR is one of the National Research Foundation. Like it aims to make sure there is like corpus of fund available for research and development activities in India. Like it is the main objective is to make sure there is adequate funds available for R&D sector. Like name is a 50,000 crore which will be contributed by the government of India itself, and another 50,000 crore will be taken from the private sectors. So making sure there is adequate funds. So when it comes to whether it will promote the R&D sector in India, sir, I feel I am very much optimistic about this scheme. So because like one of the main crunch in Indian economy is that so R&D is very low, 0.9% of GDP is spent on R&D sector. So I feel this will make sure that deficiencies are addressed. So when it comes to whether it will be promoting medical science or not, but there is no dedicated fund for medical science itself. But in overarching scheme, I feel it will also impact the medical science also.
Okay. So, your optional is anthropology.
Yes.
Can you tell something about Adi Karma Yogi Abhiyan, which the Government of India has initiated in the recent past? Have you heard of this Abhiyan? Adi Karma Yogi Abhiyan.
Sorry, sir,
This
I have missed
is
it, sir. I will read
one
this.
of the new
Yes.
initiative of the Government of India.
Yes. So I have heard about it, sir, but I have not know. I have not read about it, sir. I will read about this.
Okay. So, in order to provide financial support and financial advantage for tribal communities in India, Government of India has established two institutions, the most important institutions, like National Scheduled Tribes Finance and Development Corporation, and another one, Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Corporation, Federation, Federation of India, TriFed. It is known as TriFed, right? So, how these two institutions are helpful to derive financial benefit for the tribal communities in India?
Yes. The main focus of the TriFed or National Fund, like the other two organizations is making sure, like on the two aspects they are working, sir. First thing is financing, sir. There is adequate credit available to the tribal sections of the society. Second aspect is marketing. Like when it comes to like when the tribals like get that minor forest produce, they are given adequate facilities to market their products, and there is also adequate market created for selling those produce. These are the two aspects or areas where they help actively to the tribal sections of the society. And third aspect is they are also now involved in food processing. Like for example, valuation of the products. For example, bamboo bottles, bamboo wares or bamboo bags, and whereas like, they are also promoting the organic unprocessed food, organic products of tribal, like on the forest also. These are the two things, like three things, which they are making sure there is adequate market and profits are accrued by the society.
Yeah, good. Another question is, in 2025, in the year 2025, uh, Government of India has initiated a most important act related to immigration. That is Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025. Okay. So the main objective of this act was to bring about significant reforms in India's immigration system, right? Okay. So can you tell the key provisions of this act? Can you just highlight two, three key provisions of this act, and why?
Sorry, sir, I'm
What was the
not.
necessity of initiating this act?
Like one main reason was to decide whether the person is illegal or legal migrant was the one big issue, sir. And overlapping of various jurisdictions on deciding whether the person is like who decides the legality of the migration are the two things which prompted government of India. Sir. And there is also backdrop of increasing the illegal migration from the Bangladesh and from the side of Nepal also. So these are the two things which made government to have a uniform and well-defined like legal law on this issue.
Yeah. Another important initiative of the Government of India is that the Constitution 130th Amendment Bill, which was initiated in 2025. Okay. So, what is the main objective of this 130th Constitution Amendment Bill, which was introduced in Lok Sabha?
But like, I'm not exactly sure. Is it about one nation, one election?
No, no.
No,
It's a
sorry, sir. I'm not
very
able.
important constitutional amendment bill.
Sorry, sir. I'm not able to exactly recollect.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You still want to be a civil servant? Already worked enough to be a medical doctor, and I believe that you can contribute a lot to the country through your services as a practicing doctor. Why this obsession with civil services? What exactly is there in it that you won't get in your own profession?
It's like medicine, like being a doctor gives us a lot of opportunity to contribute to the society. Sir. But my experience is that like being in civil services gives me that the ultimate things are like being ultimately selfless and completely dedicating ourselves to the working of the society. And second aspect is the job profile of civil services. Like the diversity it brings and the career opportunities it provides is one of the key things which motivated me to pursue the civil services. And third aspect, I believe my personal values of like being a good leadership and communicating well suits to the professions. So these three things I thought of it, sir, and I talked to a few bureaucrats and doctor and bureaucrats also. So they motivated me, yes, you should pursue, and I also was internally motivated a lot to enter the services.
How much carpentry do you know?
Yes, like till my like better, sir. Like I know like most of like I won't say most of it. I know like around 20-30% I can do. So like around like you can say like I was also making like wall like we will put that wall to results actually to the frames. I have done all those things during my childhood.
Okay, so you have abandoned it.
So after my 12th PUC, like after joining MBBS, my dad has not allowed me to enter his shop only. So like rarely on the functions he allows me.
Do you know that the government of India has come up with a scheme for carpenters as
Yes.
one of the specialized? So what is that scheme all about?
Like it is a PM Vishwakarma Yojana, sir.
Correct.
And so basically it is centered around providing, like modernizing the artisan network, artisan work by providing them with basic toolkits. For example, they will be provided with drill machines and protective gear and all those things. Second thing is they are also being provided with adequate credit also. Like if they want, like after getting the PM Vishwakarma certificate, they are eligible for various credit facilities through other yojanas. These are the second. And third thing is like making sure there is a direct contact between union government and the artisan. For example, they are registered in one network's registration portal, so we can make sure they are educated, they have adequate insurance, social security benefits also.
Is anyone in the family who got some benefit out of this particular scheme?
Yes, like my brother has enrolled into PM Vishwakarma Yojana certificates.
Okay, so he continues with the profession.
Yes, sir, he is with my father's side.
Is he doing well?
Yes, sir, he is doing well, sir, actually.
So the scheme has actually benefited?
Yes, sir, like when it comes to equipment, sir, those are very useful for him, sir. And second aspect, like again, he is now trying for loans with that certificate. So soon, I think he will get the loan also, like to expand our shops.
Okay. So you're happy with the government of India scheme?
Yes, sir, like one thing which makes me like there is direct connect between an artisan and the union government. Like this gives a lot of confidence to the citizens that yes, there is a state behind us for betterments.
Wonderful. Now, in any one of your podcasts that you have done, have you talked about it?
But like I am not an any podcaster, I just watch them.
You watch them. I thought you also make some podcasts.
No, sir, no, sir.
Isn't it time for you to start?
So I would love to do that, sir, but right now, sir, I'm burdened with so many other things. Like I'm actively preparing for UPSC and work also.
And not only that, I think you're also against civil servants getting into social media, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Like not completely against, but being present as a person, I feel my personal values are like I don't want to present myself in social media as a Dr. C.Yashwanth Kumar, but as a post I will be active in social media. Like whichever the post I get, I will be active to it. Like rather, that is what I have decided.
So you are putting fetters on the freedom of Indian citizens.
So actually, Constitution itself puts the fetters. Like rights come with the duties. So as a civil servant, as an ambassador of the state, I should be acting responsibly, sir. I should be making sure I present the best about state, so that I will be inspiring the generation of youth which will be seeing me.
So what is the constitutional provision that you're talking about?
For Article 19, sir.
So what does it
Article
say?
19, right to freedom of speech and expression.
Yeah, but that's about expression only. So what's the problem?
Yes, sir, but as a civil servant, I am obliged under All India Service Rules and various other conduct rules to limit myself in particular expressing my political opinions.
Political, there's nothing political about this. I mean, see, we are only talking about some scheme being very good and it has made an impact on your life and your family's, economic livelihood. So therefore, you should be talking about good things, isn't it? What is wrong about it?
But definitely, sir, I am all for that talking good things about it, sir. But I will be speaking from the post itself, not as a person.
Okay, fair enough. I will leave you to your judgment on that. And you seem to be jumping very well.
Yes, sir.
So you got some medals also? I can't believe this.
Yes, sir. Like in 12th standard, I got silver medal in district levels.
Okay. Okay, once you become civil servant, you should get ready to jump a little more because from post to post, I think you'll get transferred within 3 months, 1 month, 2 months and all that. Would you be prepared for that kind of a life?
Yes, sir. I'm 100% ready, sir. I'm okay with any profession, any job which I'm given us.
Lucky. Wonderful, ma'am.
Mr. Yashwanth, hi.
Good afternoon. I
So, your one of the hobbies is to see or listen to podcasts that have or talk about some contemporary issues or ideas you wrote, right? What is the recent podcast you have heard?
recently I heard the podcast on friction maxing. There is one idea on friction maxing, like in white, like in a YouTube channel named White. So it was very interesting.
Okay. Anything, any other podcasts which you can remember that where you can learn or draw some insights from that podcast, which you can implement in our country? Because you talked about some
There is
issues. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. There is a one podcast on insulin resistance, ma'am, actually. Like it will help us in monitoring the non-communicable diseases. Like for example, ma'am, since 60% of deaths are due to non-communicable diseases at this point in our country, so it is going to be a big problem for us. So what the podcast gives me is that we can diagnose a patient well before he develops diabetes itself. For example, well before a patient presents with the symptoms, before 3 years back only, these insulin levels will be above the normal. So it is the point of screening where I will be making sure we will be adequately diagnosing that patient and we will be starting the much needed treatment intervention so that the burden of non-communicable diseases can be reduced. This is one thing which I actually found that it will be very useful for a country context in terms of health.
Yeah, that's nice. So, is it? Can we implement here? I mean, is it easy to implement such things in our country?
Ma'am, we have adequate network of infrastructure, ma'am, but like when it comes to insulin testing, ma'am, it is a bit costly. Ma'am, but ICMR is working on having those ICMR like patches, ma'am. Like for example, like there are few machines where which a drop of blood can even recognize normal or abnormal. So we can a bit of R&D will can make sure it is very very affordable and we can make it at scale.
Yeah.
But we should work on it.
I think you also had some appreciation with regard to COVID services at that time, right? So,
Yes.
do you think that we've got enough awareness and medically a public health system is prepared to deal with any pandemic, similar kind of pandemic in India?
Yes, ma'am. Like after pandemic, ma'am, I feel like Indian health system as a whole is much more resilient and much more empowered to deal with any pandemic which might occur in future. Like one basic example which I can say is like even a community health center at the village has a ventilator today, which was not the case before COVID-19 pandemic. So I feel we are much more empowered, much more educated, much more informed post pandemic, and I think we will face any pandemic with good outcomes.
I heard that COVID virus is still prevalent it's there, and but state governments are selectively choosing not to go for any testing. Is it true?
No, 100%. COVID will be staying, ma'am. Actually, it is a respiratory virus. So we can't eliminate or eradicate a respiratory virus completely. So it is even now also people will be getting infected, ma'am. But because of large scale vaccination and community or herd immunity, which we call, we can make sure like now there are no necessary steps like containment zone or lockdowns are not required. But we should be at vigil, ma'am, so that if there are any deaths unrecognized or which can raise the alarms, then we can act on it.
So, what will you do if you are given, charge to create awareness to public on this? Or if government says don't tell anything, don't talk about this, but you can see as a medical doctor that this issue is there, public health threat is there in your district. What will you do in such a situation?
Yes, but ma'am, with regard to
Any
COVID-19,
any any public health scare that would be, is there, but government instead, okay, just keep quiet on that, don't alarm public, but you can see that it's going to really escalate very fast. What will
yes.
you do as a responsible collector or person responsible in that position?
Ma'am, as a civil servant, ma'am, I am bound by constitutional and conduct rules to safeguard or work in the public interest, ma'am. Like, but whatever the power conferred on me as a district magistrate, I will be using all those capacities, ma'am. For example, imposing any containment zone or educating the public itself, ma'am. Even though the government says it, ma'am, but I will ask them in writing the written orders, like, and to a pure basis of not informing them whether it is in public interest that we should withhold the information. Then I will seek it in writing, ma'am, so that I will be obeying as a bureaucrat. I should be obeying to the political executive. So I will be implementing it, ma'am. At the same time, I will be taking all of those necessary precautionary steps at my side so that no life is lost.
So one small last question. You
Yes.
also watch these what are sitcoms?
Yes.
What is that you draw from that? Is it just for entertainment or anything else? I mean, you have to spend. No, it is series you have to watch, web series
Yes.
in episodes. So
Yes.
that's a lot of time.
Yes.
What interests you from that?
No, first thing is, no, it gives me the time to relax a bit, ma'am, and laugh out very much loudly. So it gives that relaxation, ma'am.
So
So a
sitcom
person who's,
comedies. Okay, I got you. Then it's for relaxation. Yeah.
yes, a
Okay.
person who is laughed a bit can work much more productively next year. So that is one of my tricks, ma'am, to make sure I'm productive.
So humor is what you like as a
Yes.
stress buster. Okay, good
Yes.
to know. Thank you. Thank you, Ashwin.
Thank you. Thank you.